It's a 4-foot by 5-foot window. It's about 53 to 54 degrees Fahrenheit, and the wall surface right next to it is 64 to 65 degrees Fahrenheit. So what I'm going to use is just a Frost King, and it's their window insulation kit. Specifically, this is just double-sided tape and some very thin plastic that when heat is applied to it, it will shrink down and become very taut, getting rid of all the wrinkles. I'll start off by taking the double-sided tape, and then I'll do each side separately. And then I'll make sure I'm close with no gap at each of those corners to make sure that the plastic doesn't come loose at the corners once we start to shrink everything up and pull it tight. And then we'll take that piece and we'll unfold it to make sure you have it to the full length and width and you have it in the correct orientation before you start. I like to start in that upper left-hand corner and then I'll work my way across, trying to get everything tight, but it does not have to be perfect. Next step, we'll get everything absolutely tight. Here we just want to make sure the plastic is secured to the double-sided tape and that there's no gaps with the double-sided tape. Once you have that all done, it's going to look something like this. It's going to be somewhat loose, but it's tight all the way around. And then that's when we're going to bring in our hair dryer, or here I have a heat gun. Again, starting up in that upper left-hand corner, and then I'll work my way across and down, and you'll see those wrinkles start to dissipate and go away as the plastic starts to shrink or tighten up. You'll see it here in a closer look down in this corner where you just kind of work your way across, applying the heat evenly until you get a nice tight finished product where it's pretty much crystal clear and you can barely even tell it's there. So now once it's completed, I took that same FLIR thermal imaging camera. The temperature outside is actually a little bit cooler, a few degrees down, and I gained 6 degrees on the plastic compared to the window before, and the wall has went up a couple degrees, but we are already getting a gain. Now you will get big gains if you have very old windows where you have wooden sashes and you have air drafts, leaks, actually drafts coming in your home. That's where you get huge gains by putting this plastic up and really sealing that off. Additionally, you want to know where do you want those blinds, right? We do not have access to the blinds anymore. One tip, if you want to sacrifice a little privacy but let some sunlight in, that will then turn this airspace into a bit of a greenhouse, warming up the surface and giving you some additional gains in efficiency.